Hello, hello, and thank you for joining again tonight. We're going to try something a little different. It's the usual degree of Stockholm Syndrome, but a slightly different form. We're playing Destiny Rising, which is the recent Destiny mobile game that was released by NetEase. Now, a couple disclaimers here. I'm playing this on PC, so I'm running this through the BlueStacks emulator. Some people have been trying the Mew emulator that NetEase has developed, but it was giving me some weird issues in the downloading process earlier that I did not like. Namely, it's like, hey, you need to take your firewalls down to download our thing. It's like, no, you can suck on these little Chinese nuts. I'm not doing it. I do not like the idea that I need to take firewalls down to, let your applications through my network first. There are definitely beefier network security protocols than mine. Mine is beefier than average, but if I have to take it down, then I'm like, yeah, no. I gotta get more creative with my word filters. We got some of them, but I feel like some of the bot they're getting smart enough with the words to get around them. I don't want to have to take certain words off the table, like viewer or something obnoxious like that, because then it's going to come from regular conversation here on these platforms. But even with that in mind, it's a little silly. But with that in mind, let's switch us to the game screen, where my face will still be here somewhat, but you guys can see what in the hell we're looking at. We may do some draws later. Keep forgetting that every time I hit escape, it takes me out of full screen with this emulator, which is a little different than what I'm used to. Like, I've already redone some of my bindings, played through some of the early missions here, but it's oh, actually just giving us. It says Bon Voyage Charmed. I don't think it's going to be a draw, though. Okay, delete the red mail because I already claimed it. Let's step back. We're just going to... A lot of this is going to be, we are exploring what in the hell this seems to be doing for us here. Mail, photo, no tutorial, download. Did I just have a... Sworn there was a... Alright, 7's our store bind for now. Okay, so that was a charm, not an actual draw piece there. Alright, let's prepare to defeat the Fulminator. So apparently the Fallen have some kind of crazy weather controlling device. And we do something about that. Turn the volume down just a smidge.
Now that I think about it, why am I the only one with an animal name?
Jesus, both the platforms right after going on, it is just the bots. Legendary sign in. Yeah, what does the Bon Voyage charm do? Let's have a look at wherever the hell Pandora 7 was. I will say, like, the experience so far has actually been pretty decent. Like, it's not gonna be the same visual fidelity as, you know, full-on, you know, Destiny or Destiny 2 there, but, in fact, this is definitely workable, especially on, like, the PC's hardware here. I'm running this off of the 9950 X3D and 5080, so, and even then, I imagine with lighter PC hardware, given it's a friggin' mobile game, it's not going to be difficult for anything to really drive. If that is the same, like the exact same speaker as opposed to
The truth is rarely pure.
just
Never
someone who maybe taking the mantle later, if that's the speaker that we kind of grew up with in that sense, and I played with it the last 10 years, I would find it really interesting to see where his dialogue comes in over time. I want to see what these things do. Okay. Trying to figure out what in the hell these charms do for us. So we got that out of a random draw earlier. Do that. All I want to know is what does this damn Bon Voyage charm do for us? I appreciate the input, Red Wing. Yeah, this is literally the maybe second time I've logged into this game so far, so I'm kind of exploring the menus, figuring out what the hell I've got here. So at least when I looked at, son of a bitch, that was the first time I used an Android emulator on the PC, so this is a whole new experience. But yeah, looking at... but it's going to home here for draws. If I go to draw, I know it said they were 4 draws, but I've got nothing else, so I guess those are maybe the limited edition ones? Unless this goes to... It goes for permanent draws. Okay, that makes more sense now. Don't get me wrong, I'm admittedly one of the folks who can be a sucker for the Gachapons there. Like, one game I've not streamed this yet, but do play like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, which... Same. I said earlier, like, right at the start of the stream here, I'm running BlueStacks, which is a new experience, but it's been pretty good so far. Yeah, I was going to try the Mew emulator from NetEase, but it kept saying, oh, you need to take your firewall down to finish downloading our emulator, and I said, fuck that. You know, I like the idea that I need to, you know, strip the... my own network security down somewhat to get your thing to work. Whereas, let's try BlueStacks instead. No issues. Thus far has been running like a charm. Yeah, so, as far as the main campaign, they're like, how have you been liking the game so far? Like, somebody you can see yourself playing long-term, or, like me, you're just long-term Destiny player, kind of dipping their toes in, seeing what the, Yeah, it's... Don't get me wrong, anytime someone wants to criticize, like, Chinese government for surveillance and or spying on your stuff, I'm like, look, I can only give them so much grief because I know our own looked at us, you know, tinfoil hats on, or, you know, spinfoil hats, rather, all the way on that one, but at the same time, it's like, one of these two needs me to take my firewall down. The other is not asking me to do that, and that kind of Made my choice easier. Like, yep, we're good. So seeing as these are quote... Well, the fact this is called permanent too. I don't know how much you've gone to the gacha mechanics so far. So if I'm drawing here, because I've heard some hype around Gwyn. Okay, specifically they've said Goth Mommy, and that character fits the description. Given that this is not under the permanent tab, does this mean this character will go away after a season? Or is this just like a limited time able to draw this? Because if the characters go after like a season or two and they're going to be, you know, going what Bungie's been doing with Destiny 2 and going with my more frequent rapid sunsetting, then I'm going to probably avoid that tab altogether. But I'm like, well, if I've got more of these, just because I might as well. Ikora. No idea if she's good in this game, but given I do generally like the character, you know, through the regular Destiny franchise, I'm A-okay with it. Right, Dust. Okay, so it's... But you do get to permanently retain the character, though. It's not like, alright, you know, you get it for 21 days and then gone, poof, sunset. That is encouraging, because I will admit, like, I'm only in, like, the 340 territory with the grind in Destiny 2 right now. Somebody who primarily plays PvP. The grind hurts the soul a bit. And normally I am down for a grind, but this has just gotten kind of... Like, I'm in my early 30s. I don't yearn for the mines like I did as a child here. Okay, that's encouraging. That I will, I'll definitely have to keep that one in mind then. Alright, with that in mind, let's actually figure out where in the hell I'm going with this next mission. Friends at adversity have Ikora join the team.
Come on, let's paint the town red.
Yeah, this is currently more confusing to me than... There's events. Emulator gameplay. Oh. That's what I've been seeing, like, some snippets here and there from some of, like, the mainline Destiny content creators, so... Looks cool, and I normally play Void, having been a Night Stalker main since, like, the Taken King back in D1. I was like, alright, we'll see what this support class is like for Hunter, and I haven't really strayed from it. I tried Stasis for it when it was at the height of its use in PvP, but I always wound up coming back. Social media. We're gonna come back to that later. Store bundles, charity bundle. Okay, it's just... I see them thinking maybe it's something we can do. Making these characters.
These wilds are a different beast. I'll blast through whatever I have to.
8060, 8135.
Zeb, what threats are out there today?
Alien outbreak, warlord disputes, neighbor noises. You know, as usual.
Alrighty. And I guess we're doing a training ground. Okay, this is gonna feel really silly having played Destiny for as long as I have, but This is the hard-hitting gameplay that people definitely come and watch the streams for. I say that, and I nearly fell off the side there. I feel like when I actually lean back, rather, oh. Yes. I feel like I got a little more directional control in the air right now. It's like when I actually do pull back, or rather hit the S key there. It actually is more of a restraint in the air instead of just kind of leaning back. Easy does it. On we go. Simple enough. Will say it's having the third person option, even being able to go into a first person, is kinda nice to have, and part of me wishes we could do it more consistently. Like in regular Destiny, but at the same time I know like the third-person peeking can be a bit of a problematic thing in PvP, so it's so why they don't necessarily let us do that all the time. Easy. And yes, see where this takes us next. I think these are worth going through. All right. Buddy. Why am I a punk? Well, more so than usual. In what regard, might I ask? Yeah. If it's any consequence, my day was more spent trying to hassle with the folks who run the cert course I'm taking this week. Because they sent me the wrong one. I'm like, I don't want to start this, or rather work through any more of this and realize this is not part of the same cert. And also was calling pest control. For those of you who have not mentioned this in stream yet, we've had yellow jackets kind of popping into the house here and there, and working with scheduling pest control together, rolling. Yeah, that is my bad for not sending you a reminder there. Part of me is like, nah, I don't want to like, hey, drag my buddy to come watch the stream, but also, yeah, I could have sent you a text. That's my bad, buddy. But, Meryl, how's your day, man? That's fair. we're going to try this character here. Yeah, we are trying the Gachapon version of Destiny. I mean, not own. I guess it's only for Wolf, I suppose.
What's changed
Alright,
for
we're
you
gonna try
ever
the new
since
character
becoming
here.
the Iron Champion?
Everyone wants
Exactly.
to be a smoke woman.
Look, you've already seen me play Master Duel as it is, just off to the side here. Like, it's... There's already a slight weakness for that. Even worse, was talking with a friend, Gifted Redwing 96 here on YouTube. Sorry, Twitch. Don't... Keep an eye on. I'm not necessarily advertising the platforms. Do not, you know, put me in front of the multi-streaming gods just yet. Apparently the best character in the game right now is one referred to by the community as... Okay, this I got from other sources. I'm not putting this on our friend Redwing here, but yeah, the goth mommy character is apparently the best performing character at the moment. And you do, from what I gather, have to draw for her. So that may be a thing later in the stream. But I will say, like, running this on an emulator, so far it's not terrible. Like, it's definitely slower and some of the combat is simplified, but... But quality-wise, it's not bad. And we were talking earlier, the BlueStacks emulator, kind of emulating Android environment on PC has been working, you know, without a hitch so far. Yes, I did knock on wood there. It's the moment I say, like, it's gonna be a... Uh-oh. I mean, you ordered the wrong GPU. They were saying earlier, like, the Mew Mew emulator developed by NetEase, the same folks who developed this game, it kept, you know, having issues with my network's firewall. I'm like, yeah, not fond of that. I'm not, taking my stuff down to let you guys through the network here. Ah, gosh, you went for a 5070, not the 5070 Ti. Yeah, our friend Meryl here is upgrading the GPU. We're trying to get a little ahead on the curve before, which I guess they've ruled, like, many of the tariffs are not legal, which should come as a shock to no one, but the application of law with this has been shaky at best, so it's... The market for a lot of things, but tech especially, are still all over the place, so it's... Like, I had to replace my GPU recently. I think he's doing the same. We're just trying to make sure we stay a few steps ahead of the joyful market chaos there. Oh, always. The gist is definitely save money. I don't want to spend extra money just because. I don't have that rich person status.
I don't use light. I am light.
That's... I will say the one BlueStack scrap I have so far, those will not let me inherently bind things to the mouse 4 and 5 buttons on the side, and I do use those a good bit. So it's like, I would have liked to have that for some abilities here. Yeah, I've definitely done the same thing before. Actually, before I built my PC, previous iteration of the PC back in 2020, it wasn't a mistake, but I did wind up like returning a CPU because I'd gotten like a 3700X, I believe it was. A little before the Ryzen 5000 series came out, and then when I realized the 5000 series was on the way, I'm like, you know what, I might as well just like return that and go for the 5800X, which wound up being my CPU for the better part of 5 years. Nice. Something to break that shield, though. Ooh, there's heavy ammo on the ground that I want. Interesting design on the servitor there. And apes, I may look into that right afterwards, buddy. What the... Alright. We'll say Lethal Apes just after wrapped up a playthrough of the first BioShock a few weeks ago, and you get twitchy when someone's like, "Would you kindly," or any variation of that phrase right now. But you know what I mean. Yeah, we were just piecing together how this whole thing's gonna roll here.
The fulminator's gone, and it's blue skies for Jiangxi. All thanks to you, Wolf. We should return to Jiangxi Metro and see how things are there.
Like, I do think a lot of the lore they're introducing, different locations, so on, is interesting so far.
The weather suddenly reverted back to how it was before the Fallen's invasion. And that deadly lightning is gone too. I know this was your doing, Wolf.
You can't put a price on that, sunshine.
Sad as this is, like, our
Any news
characters,
on the communication hub?
rather our
Communications hub
player
seems to have
character
quite a
in
few
Destiny
damage
Rising
points.
has far
I've dispatched
more
some
dialogue
operations
than
since Jiangxi for relative
the regular player
injuries.
character
Anything
in
we
the
can do to
main
help?
franchise,
Most of Jiangxi
the Destiny
Metro is
games.
still in Fallen hands. If you could help us clear them out, we could start rebuilding our home. Unfortunately, there's little we can spare at the moment, except a sparrow for you to ride.
Leave it to us.
And so true about the mobile game quality too, like, 'cause again, running on PC and BlueStacks, so we get the whole, you know, 1080p, 120 frame per second is the cap for the game itself. The characters, like, there's more consistent dialogue and speaking with you. An actual, I don't know if I'd go as far as calling it a cutscene there, but you know what I mean. It's The dialogue, well, it can be a little stilted at times. There are moments it feels more fleshed out than main Destiny, which is...
The supply lines can't get in. If this keeps up...
That makes me, on the one hand, like, hey, it's great. On the other hand, it's like, sure would be nice if Destiny had this. Okay, to drag the virtual joystick over the Summon Sparrow. Or tab... I mean tab V or tab interact? So what are the controls? Okay, so it's right click to move. Let's do it. That was a little blocky. Alright, we're gonna follow the arrows for now. What is that? I gotta go back to...
Your backup's just arrived.
I got some new drops for our guy here. Alright, we're gonna try this spice. It's our initial starting character here. And remind me, because you got the 5070 Ti incoming. You remember what CPU you are running and like the other components of the PC as they stand? We were talking before, was it the day before yesterday, on just making sure you've got, you know, DDU run through before you install the new GPU and such. Just making sure you've really cleared out the old drivers. How do we just keep going? I thought they wanted us to go further in.
I bet you are ready for some new stuff.
That should do just fine, or so I'd imagine. I would like to think that should keep pace with the 5070 Ti just fine. It'll be fine. Alright, is that where they want us to go? Yes, possibly. Nope, back down here. No, is that really it? I suppose it was.
I suffered no evil.
I'm still fucking around with my own binds here. That's where it wants us to go. And not exactly a challenging game to run, even despite the other associated bits. It could be nice to have when, well, I say traveling to a degree. With the mobile game, you're still going to have an internet connection there. I may hop off here like once we hit the solid hour mark or so, just to do a compare and contrast with Destiny itself, see, you know, difference in feel, because the biggest thing I think is going to be pace in comparison. It's like it doesn't feel bad. And I've seen some gameplay of like some of the major Destiny content creators like Astacross doing like raids in this game, so like, there is endgame content to it as well.
I have enough energy.
What do we have here? I assume this is what they want us to photograph. Yeah, that makes sense. It's definitely something from the hive there. Is that a chest? The biggest thing in not diving further into the PC specs, though, looking at the chat there, Meryl's, I joked with Maggie when I mentioned you like going for the 5070 Ti. I was like, am I a bad influence? I don't think I'd finished saying the word influence. Like, yes. Yes, you are. It's like, alright, I might have to take that one on the nose there. That's hurtful, buddy. Not necessarily untrue, but a little hurtful. Also, yeah, that's probably fair enough. Yeah, that I'm waiting because, I think it was obviously not today. But curious to see if that reimbursement for the class I'm taking this week actually went through with work. I didn't try to build a server, just a server rack, which can be cheaper than you might expect. Hey, using the new emotes there, that one is okay, and I might be biased against it, funny enough, because it has my own face on there, but that one is better. That one is much better.
Mark target eliminated.
And then as we've confirmed that I am in fact a bad influence. Oh, I just want me to go back to Yuming now. You did tell me that. Or at least confirm it. I was telling we were talking yesterday, like, am I a bad... I don't think I finished saying the word influence. You're like, yes. Yes, you are. I'm also going to borrow your phrasing and say my intention is to enhance my friends' enjoyment of their respective hobbies. Oh, now you're just sweet talking to me, buddy. I have, not to pull my own horn too much, gotten the, at a handful of strangers over the years, like, you look kind of like Keanu Reeves. Like, I'll take it. That is one of the nicest, at least we've never met in person, but by all indications, one of the nicest human beings. Thank you, sweetheart. That should be enough a selling point, because that's part of our plan for the weekend is Maggie has never seen The Matrix, and especially when we've got like surround sound and lighting all fixed in the living room. We're like, yep, we should be good to go. Let's watch The Matrix. Let's get the full experience here. Yes. But in hindsight, I'm like, oh, it's a great movie and so on. I should have just led with Keanu Reeves, and I feel like that would have been more than enough of a sell. Hey, good to see you. Let's wait. I just saw you sent me a text to see Rudolph. Is everything good? Oh. Your nail's done. Okay, that. So hope the nail appointment is going well. And see, Rudolph, to give some context, this is not regular Destiny as I would play it. This is Destiny Rising, which is actually a mobile game. This is I am curious about that myself. What color are we talking here? Yeah, we are running the BlueStacks Android emulator on the PC so we can play the game, which, to their credit, it is officially supported.
That was close, but you pulled it off. Times are tough. We need the help of light bearers like you.
It's been out maybe a week now, give or take. Like Meryl and a friend of one of their platforms we were talking earlier.
I'll give you that.
It was a team effort.
In some ways.
True. Then we'll celebrate
Love that the
together.
Matrix references keep rolling through too.
I'm afraid it's not yet time to celebrate. Ikora Ray.
Wolf.
I wasn't familiar as one of the
What have you discovered?
big Vanguard figures in mainline Destiny, so it's cool to see her here too.
Surface. We cannot be complacent.
What kind of threat are we talking about?
Yes, thank you for the cheer.
A rift is growing. I secured the coordinates.
Also, side note, thank you for giving me a reason to test the new activity feed in OBS.
Meet me in the Icefield Cavern, Wolf. I want you to see it with your own eyes.
What is that new threat Ikora mentioned?
I don't know. Ikora's always been one to act alone, and she barely shares her
Again, I've got my main monitor, my secondary monitor, my phone off to the side here, and the stream deck. I'm just thinking of
If it's enough to threaten such a powerful warlock, it
Appreciate
must be
you.
far more dangerous than the Fallen.
and I'm cooking you dinner tomorrow.
I'll go find her.
Location recorded. The people of Jingxi Metro seem to sincerely trust Ikora.
I do have a mix of some of Destiny's typical architecture with a little more of an East Asian, more heavy-handed East Asian influence, which would make sense given the developer for this game was NetEase, based out of China. that was part of the humorous dialogue earlier, was between talking about with Meryl and another friend over on a different platform tuning in. So NetEase, the developer of this game, is not developed by Bungie, who's the typical publisher of the Destiny franchise, based out of China. I believe they're also the ones who produce Marvel Rivals, if I remember correctly. It's funny because apparently there's some things you cannot do in Marvel Rivals chat to do with where the game is hosted, namely putting things like Tiananmen Square in chat. Yeah, you cannot do that. What are these guys shooting at? Could be test new characters for all I know. Yeah, that's still, and I've joked with some colleagues like in the office as well. It's like folks from my previous place of employment have definitely done that in chat to screw with people, and it's an old tactic. You type certain phrases in for your opponents are coming from playing from certain areas of the world, and that will get them kicked. Just given their country's internet detection there. It's like just silly, kind of hilarious, not necessarily the cleanest tactic ever. But the yeah, my issue with the Mew Mew emulator, which is what the just like NetEase's own Android emulator they've developed and, you know, obviously advertised to go with the game, it kept having issues because it wanted me to drop my firewall to let it download. Like, no, thank you. So I'm running BlueStacks, which does make me wonder, like, what other mobile games would be cool to check out on the PC now.
I am detecting multiple void spectrum detonations up ahead. Ikora should be somewhere nearby.
Let's find out.
You know, it's a mobile game, but it's really not that bad. Granted, this is... I didn't realize there's an Elder Scrolls mobile game. I know there's like a... like Elder Scrolls Online, the MMO in a sense, but I don't know if there was a mobile version.
Fairly sure. Yes. I can already sense the void light. Let's keep moving, Wolf.
What's that?
Let's press on. Ikora's target may be here.
Gold Hive corpse with void energy, maybe?
Strange. Outlandish, even. Look at their compound eyes. Almost like some sort of... What are they doing? These creatures seem nearly feral. Something more intelligent must be sending them here.
I wonder if they are eating their own. No stress on that one, but appreciate you checking. Even if that did not hit a single one. I kind of...
Almost like a swarm of insects.
That's kind of how they are in a sense.
This fellow looks tough. Be careful, Wolf.
Okay, might look into that one then.
That armored creature was
Because other ones that I like have dabbled with on mobile.
This is a good sign. Zev, let's hurry.
My favorite expression, which it's one of the abridged ones I've mentioned to you, Mara, was the Sword Art Online abridged as far as cancer expression goes. It's like, all right, so how bad is this floor we're talking about? Okay, take the most awful thing you can imagine and multiply it by cancer. It's like, so we're gonna die. Great.
Jiangxi Metro is in danger. These monsters are flooding in through this gateway.
Yeah, it's definitely a hive gate. Is she just gonna...
With your help, I can seal the passageway. Just buy me some time.
In many ways.
to concentrate.
See if our ult is good to go. That does kind of track. I'm thinking it reminds me of some of the like Hive Wizard based bosses out of some of the earlier raids, like it's not the Death Singer.
Impressive.
It's not over yet. I must go take
Taken
it
King
down.
was the Crota's End raid encounter right before you actually get to fight Crota, and I'm blanking on the encounter name. It has been a minute. It does make me want to go back and play those
Watch
raids
my
again,
back, young wolf.
despite the current state of the game.
A huge amount of energy.
I have a bad feeling.
I don't think we've ever had a Korra wear a helmet in the game before. This is already interesting enough. Yeah, that looks like a hive, potentially a throne world. Ah, okay, they have us playing as like Korra for this next session.
Wolf will buy us enough time to investigate.
Only issue is Wolf feels natural enough because he's essentially a hunter. I do not do Warlock jump well.
These shattered trains. I recognize them. Is this the Jiangxi Metro?
Not entirely. This place is like patchwork, as if the metro was ripped apart and stitched back together.
Alright, that'd be worth looking into. I think in some of the games I do dabble in a mobile, like Master Duel as an example, like it plays well enough on mobile, but there is a literal Steam port already of the game that is actually much easier and smoother to play given M and K and the card elements. Oh, that works.
She's over there. Be careful now. It might be an ambush.
An invader
You're a nuke.
approaches the throne,
Throne rolled indeed.
and their arrogance.
Such a big monster. Keep your distance.
That'll do.
This place gives off an eerie vibe.
Indeed. It seems like a trans-dimensional space. It can replicate and restructure the dimension.
So our only options are rocket launcher and grenade launcher, which is
It's
an
somewhat
odd pairing.
fragmented.
They just keep coming.
Its presence indicates that we are on the right track, right?
A bridge. From nowhere. Be careful.
That is very
I
Hive.
thought they're rolling out the welcome mat for us.
As we know, like, Marilyn, you've dabbled in
We must take her down this
Destiny at one point before. I don't know if you did any, like, the old raids there as well.
I am Iranok, sister of the great Crota.
Oh, it is a sister of Crota. How about that?
Sin of trespassing this realm.
Like, the raids are something really special, at least a lot of the past ones. Ah, balls. Get back here.
Your aura is putrid.
You take that back. I don't know. It's not terrible voicing, but it's not anywhere near as ominous as the actual ones. Dude. You don't get to... You have heavy critique on the game. I might have to grill you a little bit on that one. I will say the screams are not as eerie as the actual, like, mainstay game wizards. Those things are evil sounding. Not bad at all, though.
You did it! She's gone! Wait! The room seems to be transmitting something, Ikora.
The biggest pros I would say for the base game would be... Oh. Ah. Hold up. This is one of the OGs of...
Get us out of here!
Okay, they do in fact want us to go forward. Hold up. So, for those new to this franchise, Crota was the second raid boss the game's ever had. This was way back in, like, the first expansion of Destiny 1.
What did you find inside?
An army of the darkness. Enemies who don't fear the light. They hunger for it. Their master has set its sights upon us. You have to warn Haven.
It's because this takes place well in advance of the, events of the, main Destiny games. It would make sense they can bring back some of the old villains in that sense.
Let's get out of here. I'll meet you in Haven.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that one. It's one of those, like, it was on the line, and it was, like, in the list of, like, frequently banned words, so the bots definitely caught that in the filter. I know what word you're referring to. I don't want to spam in chat a bunch. It's because Leannis' favorite word is titties. Her favorite T word, at least. That's a good V word, too. I would like to think that would have given me a little more there.
Be safe, you hear me?
Alright. Let's do... World map, Haven. Oh, yes, that might be worse. What the hell is that beeping? suppose there is no mandling so far. Okay, something up top there wants my attention, and I don't know what it is yet. Okay, there is something we found up here. Okay, this is the, looks like the equivalent of a region chest from Destiny 2. Action Metro Honorary Scout.
Until next time.
Got some different options here. Crossbow weapon of some kind. The question is, can I get a hand cannon? And if they're also limited, like certain weapons are limited to certain characters as well, so I can see this being a mystery moonshot. Where's the shotgun? Submachine gun. Sidearm. Is there not a single... Okay, sniper rifle would be a little more at home there. Is there not a single hand cannon I can work off of here? We'll return to that later. Ah. Still getting a feel for this interface here. Yes, the Hellsinger Bridge references. We love it. Okay, other like special edition, limited edition Bon Voyage charms. Right, quests, weekly quests. Act quests. This is a battle pass. Bills. It's tempting. I don't think we're going to get much into the gacha stuff today. But apparently, and sorry for all viewers hearing this, from all indications of like the current content creators for the main Destiny community kind of dabbling in Destiny Rising, the character on the screen here is supposed to be the best one, hands down. You've got the next 21 days and change to get them. Instead of like, oh, you need to get Gwen, it's like, you need to get Goth Mommy before she disappears. Like, that's... Guys, we're not beating any allegations on this one anytime soon. Ah, it's a survey. We'll do that later. I will take the survey at a later time. Shifting gaze, no cost. Strike. Look, if I had the power to make that happen, the only things I have going for me for discount codes are, it is empty now because it is goddamn delicious, even though I only had mason jars, not the shaker, because it's in the dishwasher somewhere. W.GG, which is energy drink, partner in crime for all of my content endeavors here, and also keeping me conscious through my work week. Get 10% off by using code Hemlock. Yes, we're plugging, trying to get that bag, but also it's linked in the various profiles as well. You can get 23% off Proton Unlimited, which is my preferred platform for email, VPN. If I could do it and not get a copyright strike, I would absolutely play the above mentioned there. But they would also definitely strike any sort of monetization of this thing, like the moment. Oh yeah, I'm trying to think of better examples of like what to put in there now, and I've seen a few reels probably because of making those jokes in proximity of my phone. They're like, let's see if we can just go for this quest. Fast travel to it. The oh, there's that exact character. Someone's running them, but again, because of the whole gacha game mechanics here, you have to draw for the character.
Everyone
And
living here has a right to know about the Hive.
I've made myself clear. We don't have the capacity to go chasing after a vague threat.
How could an Iron Lord like yourself be so ignorant?
yeah, that and the Hive aren't exactly a small threat either. They get up to some bad things in the series.
What do you suggest, Warlock?
We focus all our firepower and prioritize dealing with the Hive. They pose a far greater threat than the Fallen.
What little resources Haven has are just barely
Maybe.
enough to fend off the Fallen. Given our current state, we cannot possibly wage war on the Hive.
At the very least,
I kind of wonder.
publicly acknowledge the Hive's existence. Let everyone know there's an even greater danger out there. They have the right to know that Haven isn't as safe as their Iron Lord claims.
That would only spread fear. Consider this. Jiangxi Metro is able to focus on fighting the Fallen specifically because they do not know about the Hive. And it's thanks to that focus that they can secure more and more victories.
Then what do you suggest, my lord? Turn a blind eye?
Yeah, I don't like his
The opposite,
strategy.
actually. An outstanding light bearer is keeping an eye on their every move. Is she not? Ikora, the war against the Hive has long begun. Its battlefield is just more concealed than most.
Okay,
I'm
not
sorry
as
that
stupid as I
cannot
was
provide any
thinking you
additional
might have been at
resources.
first.
But I still hope you can continue your research and gather all the useful information you can.
I would have done it regardless.
So that thing about the Hive, you already had a plan?
The Hive are not the first enemy we faced, nor will they be the last. I cannot predict how things will unfold, only prepare for the worst.
Alright.
Scholars like
I was gonna
Ikora
roast
have
Radagast for a
keen
minute. I'm like, what do you mean
minds,
just
but
let it go? Like,
what our
okay,
people
this.
need most in times like these are strong hearts.
As for you, Wolf, you haven't let me down. I can tell that Ikora recognizes your prowess on the battlefield, too. It's not easy to impress that warlock.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope you can continue aiding the investigation into the
So,
Hive.
this is
Not
definitely
even Ikora can fight this battle
fight against lore-wise before the establishment of the Crucible or the Guardian versus Guardian arena that I've spent too much of my time into the game. Also, Leannis, if you're watching that little creature that just sat down on the armrest of his chair, Morgren,
Like I want something. Who wants for nothing?
that,
I cannot help
unless I'm
what
otherwise
I
mistaken,
want.
appears to be what we call an Ahamkara, which is, in Destiny lore, that's what we have for dragons. Though that is clearly a baby dragon. No, they get much bigger. They're also known lore-wise as wish dragons. Actually, I did not realize we had... These aren't just dog statues, these appear to be Ahamkara statues. Interesting. I want to see how that plays out in lore through Destiny Rising, which I think is one of the more engaging bits, is the potential lore we get
I
from
have
this,
to
because
admit,
Bungie was involved in
no
making
matter
sure their
how
IP was used the way they
absurd
wanted to.
Radagast's points may seem at first. In the end, you always realize he's right.
We have
Honestly,
one
I think both
adorable
of you have
bundle
a
of
point.
chaos already. I don't know that
Not
I've
exactly the comforting
the
type.
fortitude
If a
myself,
threat
or have the mental
arises, it should
fortitude
be
yet to deal with the
stomped
second.
out. Whether it's Hive or Fallen, it makes no difference to me. If the Hive come knocking again, we'll deal with them together.
Very well. I won't stop my research into the Hive. And similarly, if you find yourself in trouble, be it Fallen or anything else, you can always call on me.
I'll say Morgren's an interesting name for his tiny Ahamkara there. The raid boss one was Riven now, and that was a I think I showed you a video or image that a while back. They are much bigger.
We won't face it alone.
They also, I mentioned that Warlock not
Now
being
that I
easy to
think about
impress.
Why am I the only one with an animal name?
Later on in the game's lore, when the Crucible or the Guardian versus Guardian arena is established, Ikora has a reputation for just smoking people, including the guy who runs the arena. Okay, freshwater for Jiangxi. And four-sided research, so... If we're doing side quests now... I guess for these two I have to be in those characters to make it work, so it's... Everything's... The UI here is very different from what we're used to. Okay, this we might actually try there is posting this code. So I'll probably put this up in the Discord server and across some other platforms as well if anyone else wants to try with the invite code here. Probably give that a shot. And the 14-day sign-in, which is very typical Gachapon game stuff there as well. Good to know. Also, thing I gotta keep in mind too is I can't hear my own stream music intentionally. If I go to monitor my stream on the phone, I can pull it up. So if I like step away to, because I do keep an eye on chat and such when I step away for a break. It was. I don't know how to navigate this thing yet. That is my favorite one. We also have the one where he shakes. Like he's actually roaring there, and that is my favorite emote we have so far. Working on some other ones right now. Oh, I can buy this with some of the currency I already have. Alright, because I do not need to throw money at this right now, we will go for at least one draw on... I'm not getting my hopes up. It is one random ass draw. Fortuna Dust. I guess the draw on that one is 1%, which is disheartening to say the least. Though apparently if I do 59 more draws, it's a guarantee, which at least this appears to be in-game acquirable currency, so in theory you could just grind it out. Rating escape takes me out of full screen for the emulator here as well. 55 Lumia Leafs and overview. They're just, it's way too much stuff to work off of for... We do one more draw just because we can. Okay, so can I not? Oh, it's 180, not 170. I was thinking it was 160. Okay, that explains just a bit. Okay. We're gonna figure out where in the hell our next quest is, and we're gonna keep it moving here. So it looks like our side quest would be talking to Radagast again.
Patience. The Lord demands it.
always growing.
That was the voice of that tiny dragon just now. Alright, let's tab was our current menu. Characters.
Everything's possible, right? Just picture it.
Alright, we're gonna go try Kyber for one of these quests here. Go for... Shifting gates, public event there, training ground, do individual character-based ones. I'll admit I am slightly overwhelmed with... So while we have it, we have enough for one more draw, just because. Bright pigment. I have no earthly idea what that does, but okay, we've gone through what we can do for free draws right now. Let's just figure out where in the hell they want us to go here next. Alright, force of research, find Radagast.
If you're still struggling to find a subject for your next
pay
poem,
Donovan 17 a visit if you have
can
time?
consider me.
He's a scientist here in Haven, one who we've provided with protection, funding, and space. He's come to me several times recently, requesting Lightbearer assistance.
What sort of help are we talking about?
I want to keep the
seems to be
commentary
working on
going,
some
but I don't
kind
want to talk over him too much.
Study of a major Golden Age lab. A job that apparently requires an extremely large number of research assistants to help him with his projects.
So the Iron Lords are backing scientists too?
Within our means, yes. Especially if their research could benefit humanity.
Science.
You'll likely find him in his lab.
We love
beneath the
science.
armory. Go seek him out.
I will admit, like, having Kyber switch to is kinda neat, given that his shield is a relic used in the first Destiny raid, being the Vault of Glass, so it's kind of cool to see more interplay based off of that. Not my favorite way to roll. I'm still more comfortable on
Don't worry. Got your backups.
the one hunter character I have to work off of, though.
Now that I think about it, why am I the only one with an animal name?
We keep it rolling.
Hey there, Mr. Donovan. I came to see if I could lend a hand with your work. Lord Radagast's request.
That's Dr. Donovan to you, dual PhD in remote sensory sciences and particle physics.
Does Haven even have a university?
That
That's a fair
it
question.
does not, but to the best of my memory, I do in fact hold both degrees. That I would never forget. Since Radagast sent you,
Tree
fill out the
collapse, perhaps?
registration form first. There are a few others you'll need to take care of too, such as the DL14 and the DH160. I've already sent them to your ghost.
Wow, that's a lot of paperwork. By the way, my name's Zev. And this is Wolf.
Any way I could skip some of the admin work, Dr. Donovan?
I am still surprised the game that... Oh, look at it. It does look pretty damn good, especially considering it's a mobile game.
Scorch that one. Can I just jump? No respect for process or codes of practice. If it weren't for the fact that the number of research assistant applications I've received this year has decreased, I really wouldn't want to. Fine. Look at this.
What exactly are we looking at?
An engineering marvel of the golden age, the shifting gates.
Interesting.
Getting it up and running again was no small feat, but I did it. However, there are still quite a few bugs to be worked out.
A shifting gate? Doesn't look to be shifting much to me. What is it?
It's a real-time teleportation system built by a golden age industrial complex called Bastra, accomplished through reverse engineering an alien alloy. Simply put, it can take you anywhere given there is sufficient time, and it is running at full power. And I mean anywhere.
Sounds like magic. I'm sensing a butt coming though.
Give us the veggies.
Very perceptive, Sat. But the way it works isn't as simple as just creating a magic portal that whisks you from one place to another.
It's Zev.
We don't fully understand this technology's intricacies, and the amount of energy required to actually activate it even once is tremendous. But
that tracks.
From what I've seen so far, the large telemeter will scan the target area carefully. The supercomputer in the main tower will then analyze the scan data while opening the mast and reconstructing a spatial sector, as if it was recording and streaming a holographic movie of the target area in real time. Once that happens, we can access the area through a synchronization gate, achieving true remote synchronization without latency and accurate to the elementary particle level.
All right. So, what do you need me to do?
And because Leanne has heard me say this plenty of times at home. You say funny word, Magic Man.
Packets generated in real-time transmission of data from reality that record the movements of elementary particles. This will help me reverse engineer the workings of the main tower supercomputer. Golf. Once I've acquired enough information, I'll be able to make the most of the machine, making things like traveling through the entire solar system a possibility well within our reach. Do you understand that, Golf?
It's Wolf. I think I get the gist.
Finally,
I don't think golf has a nice ring to it.
Let's head for the main tower. I'll give you further instructions there. I can hardly believe my journal's in that.
I'm kind of curious, like, if they, I know, like, Bungie themselves are involved in making sure the IP is, you know, respected in that sense as NetEase makes this game. I wonder if any, like, lore implications or writing from Destiny Rising will start making its way into the main game of Destiny as well. Okay. So let's go. Guess they give us the option to teleport there.
Interactive activity is rocketing, and the current radiation dose is, oh wow, 22,000 millisieverts. Okay, you might feel a little itchy all over. Teleporting process standby. Take a deep breath.
Well, that sounds reassuring. Oh, Vex Gate. We haven't seen the Vex yet.
Welcome to the Shifting Gate's main control tower. In a bit, I'll guide you through the sync gate into the teleportation zone.
Yeah, this looks like they're about to introduce the Vex as an enemy race here. Do not get any cute ideas, Meryl. We are not going that way at this point.
Remember to submit the data to the transmission terminal. Keep an eye on that data bar. You can carry no more than 100 pieces at a time.
Oh yes, because Meryl's family there convinced we got not one, but two kittens, rather to keep two. The first one being, oh, well, like, yeah, it'd be great for the kid to grow up with.
You sure can fight.
Oh, they actually have us fighting another card in there. I'll be damned. I thought they got you with the classic, like, well, it's gonna need a friend, so obviously we need to get two.
about to enter Bastra Corp's pride and joy, the shifting shrine, where the prime anomaly resides. Take a breath and then take it down.
Oh, alright. Their attacks are a little different than before. Well, different from the main game. Ogres will take a swing at you, slam, hit the floor, but they won't necessarily try to dogpile on top of you, so that's interesting.
Your credits hinge entirely on the data nucleus, so stay focused. Ahead lies some friendly competitors. They've been counting your data nucleus for quite some time. Now their data is all yours. You cunning academic bandits. Tap the data bar and I'll guide you to the nearest transmission terminal.
I'll move that off of caps. Like, it's not the worst bind ever, but it's not what I'm used to for any type of tracker interaction.
Before that, let's review the content I just taught you.
Okay. Yeah, this looks like just all AI stuff, but still. I figure PvP is not going to be quite as high octane. Again, I would level my expectation with it being a mobile game. I'm trying to keep it there. P to leave. Oh, it's damage taken is also a factor there.
Meet me at the lab. Let's have a little group session, shall we? For a first-time assistant, I think what you've done is pretty commendable.
I assume he's going for kitten picks right now, which I can respect that. No, and kitten picks, that's not respect. That is a major upgrade to the stream. Just going back down. Oh. I've just gotten a text for... Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass these along to you. Meryl was nice to have to text some kitten pics.
This is where you can trade your translation credits for these things. That concludes our introductory lesson. Now, the hands-on class begins.
Okay. That's still just a bundle, not an actual piece there. Oh. What is this? Sidearm. Light cone theater. Theodolite system is now available. Equipping light cones. Increase light burst come out. Capabilities during the experiment. Oh. Yeah, the adorable baby photos too. You guys made a very cute kid, and also and some very cute kittens as well. It's just a, and it could be me being smooth brain here. I'm like, too many new systems. I will send them shortly after here, and I've probably got another 15 minutes or so to go for stream tonight. On our Wednesdays tend to be a little on the shorter side. So it's midweek. I tend to go a little longer on Sundays. At minimum, I gotta take a break anyways, just because I need to eat. I've had a single piece of pizza and some Debbie. Okay.
Have you seen the cover of the latest issue of Mechanics?
Prepare for the incoming battle. Complete the other sub-chapters here.
You might want to check your inventory.
We've got that. Upgrade any weapon to enhancement level 1, which I might be able to do. By core with your level 15 weapon. Clear fulminator strike twice. 125 is not quite enough. Not there. Fast store rankings inventory. Is there a different primary I can get, or it's a light grenade launcher still? That would allow us to get one of those out of the way for Ikora. Oh, you're gonna get me in trouble, man. What? I'm gonna have to go find an entire, because I've mostly gone into this game, aside from like a little bit of like a very light amount of spoilers from some like the regular Desticon creators. Also gonna blind about like hard looked up guides for this just yet, but it's hold off on that for now too. Yeah, just a lot of new systems that are outside the usual framework that are just very different. Inventory setting up the best draw. There is definitely some salt there. Go to characters. That seemed to work for that one. The last thing we need to do is to clear the fulminator strike.
Believe in the light.
All right.
Believe in each other.
Currently gonna make their last push for stream tonight, and what in the balls isn't there? Okay, these little animations and whatnot, I would love to have this in the base game, and that one you can use the salty mode. That was is absolutely applicable to this. We keep it moving. We're starting to get a little more fluid here. Little more fluid. Hacking. Get that heavy ammo. That's one consistent. If I see that purple brick, I'm going for it. We want that heavy ammo. Same in Destiny 1. I was like, I know I will need that later. Keep it moving. Easy. And it's fun, but compared to the D1 pace, this is moving comparative slow motion, so it's not much to juggle at the moment. That being said, I have fewer get out of jail free card abilities to work off of, like my usual dodge mechanic. So I have to be a little more careful in some cases. I can't, you know, dive head in or head first to the same extent I normally could. I do like how they have just a straight percentage though on your ability uptime. They're looking at the Q icon down at my HUD at the bottom of the screen here. That's nice. These are some just like general no-brainer quality of life features I would absolutely take in the main game. Can I damage you yet? Wait for it. Loading. Probably one more immunity phase, maybe? Or this will let us wrap it up. Easy.
That was the last.
Good, good. Ah. What else do we get for this? There we go, and exit there. So, like, I think it's something I will,
Now that I think about it,
better for worse,
why am
continue
I the
playing
only one
here.
with
I
an
haven't really
animal
tried this on mobile yet, but this was a much easier way to share it with you guys. Let's see. To claim the rewards there, let's go recap. One Bon Voyage charm.
Wolf, Radagast is expecting you in the throne room.
Ah, okay. These are just new person bundles coming in, I suppose. Yeah, thank you for the follow.
More and more claim to have journeyed into a rift that crosses time and space.
A temporal rift right here in Haven? As if we didn't have enough on our plate already.
Alright, we're gonna roll this cutscene, then we're probably gonna call it here for that. We may play one round in regular Destiny, just gonna compare and contrast how it plays differently. Actually, let's see what's going on with this cutscene first.
My lord, word has already spread about how Wolf and Zev helped Jiangxi Metro. Perhaps they could investigate this temporal rift. I'm sure they could uncover its secrets.
I'm afraid Wolf can't aid your investigation just yet, Mishra. There's a weapon that needs finding. An incredibly powerful artifact from the Fallen's homeworld.
Alright.
You've got my attention.
Me
Ever
too.
since a catch crashed near Jiangxi Metro, the Fallen there have been constantly trying to retrieve an artifact of their forebearers. Fortunately, the catch's enemy recognition systems malfunctioned, keeping them out.
Convenient.
My scouts reported a prickly member of the House of Devils appeared recently. He cracked the defense system and has begun searching the catch. Now our enemy is just one step away from taking the artifact.
Then we'll just have to beat them to it.
Speak with Kavar. You'll need her help if you're to enter the Devil's territory.
And the House of Devils is one of the Fallen or Elixir houses. They've been around game-wise since the literal first strike mission in Destiny 1. Like, since the D1 beta, actually. Technically the Destiny 1 alpha test. So this is an example. Aside from all the enemies you just fought, there are varieties of Elixir, also known as the Fallen.
Radagast Big ass got me on a mission to take an artifact from a catch. How much do you know about it?
Weapon from Reese, held deep in the catch, attracted Sorik's powerful treasure hunter. Sorik's greedy, violent, unscrupulous, house
Sounds
of
like a
Devil's finest,
treasure hunter in some
sent after the
capacities.
Artifact. Hints at greater scheme, I think. Like human, Elixni once had golden age. Refugee fleet stowed away many ancient artifacts. Weapon we seek is one of them. Forged by the light, weapon's power is immense, unfathomable. Should Sorix wield disaster. But if the favored one finds first, that could, as humans say, turn tides. Then I shall meet the favored one at the catch. Gently humans will attack on sight. A young female shoots with precision. Better to stay
Huh,
hidden.
I've already met that character. Alright, so that's gonna be our next mission here. I may give Destiny Rising a quick cut here. Before we call it a night, we're just gonna, to compare and contrast you guys watching, we're gonna play through one quick match in regular Destiny. So this is me in the emulator here. I don't believe...
You might be interested in this one.
Special missions to run through. We should see if there's anything else we need or can pick up off of here. Take all the extra leaves we can, because apparently those get us more draws. Change emblem to what? I don't think I have any extra emblems on hand. Alright, I guess we're good there. Let's full screen this back out for a moment. I have 150. Okay, come back to that one later. What is this even? Not more weird submenus. Streamline it, please. So more things to just... That does make my one gripe right now is too many damn submenus. There. Okay, may look at that later. For now, gives you a slight peek at what my personal menus look like. We're gonna go into regular D2 just for some contrast. And I am forwarding cat pics, I promise. As not to get myself in trouble. Yes, I do. Also, have I touched this game since the weekly? I don't think I've actually logged in since the reset yesterday, but we're gonna have a brief peek in just so you guys have a example of what this looks like in comparison. It's gonna look a little more polished. It's somewhat better established, and it's an actual PC game, not a mobile one I'm emulating here. But similar to the character I was just playing. There's a heavy metal event this week. 10-2 main 800. This is roughly what I tend to look like. Right, I'm only in the 200s. That kind of pushing what my monitor can really hang on with. check the... Which one was this? I might pick that up for fun later. And I do want that for now. Is there anyone we know online right now? People I can harass in Discord later. Alright. This one matchup. Go for just vanilla as hell control. 6-on-6 just to demonstrate, difference in pace and gameplay. Meryl was gonna ask, like, are those before the pictures you sent before? You mentioned that family had the extra kittens there. Because I feel like they look younger almost in those, and not to mention the ones with the cat mom there. Alright. Don't really touch PvP. Let's hope it doesn't go off too badly. Oh. And, red way up if you can still see here. Good to know the damned activity feed's actually working properly. Before it was only showing me Twitch, I can see Kick as well. Speaking of platform, I considered... Actually, we don't go too far into the platform discussion here, because Twitch, it's ornery about that. Now we just wait for it to load in. Here, might as well just check. Yep, we're on good old open NAT type. Well, it's all the same litter still, though, right? Like, it's just the one litter. These are the two you guys got from the litter from before. Don't tell me they had more. Isn't they had more? Whoa. When was this? I thought the kittens... Oh. I did not realize there was a new litter. I thought it was the two you guys were keeping from the previous litter. So I thought there was like the orange cat out of that litter that was staying with you guys, plus another one, at the Mrs. discretion. So are you guys keeping the two that you kind of picked before? Or these two? Or both? Did they convince you to go up to 4 cats? Okay, it's a no on the 4 cats. Gotcha, okay.
Control.
You guys network that one as you please. No one I immediately recognized the lobby either. Alright. It's not my favorite map, and we're gonna be a week or two rusty, but we'll make it work.
We captured Zone C. Enemy claimed Zone A.
Off to a decent start, though.
You captured Zone A. Zone advantage is yours. Enemy claimed Zone B.
too many from the one side. How are we already a man down? Udon. I love the name.
That shut them down.
You standing still and teabag shooting? Come on, man.
Zone C lost. Zone B captured. You have zone advantage.
Okay, that was jittery.
Zone A lost.
I'll say, better let us clap them if we're a man down this whole fight. Alright, Blueberry's got my back there. We love that.
You captured Zone C. You have zone advantage. Zone B lost.
Someone's teleported a bit. I hadn't thought. Alright, we got a sixth man. We got a chance here. What the fuck gives there? That was yeah, that some of these guys have that good old.
You captured Zone A. You have advantage.
Alright, Blueberries had my back on that fight. And they're capping Zone B. I think now we got a 6-man. We've got enough to hold ground and get ourselves back in this fight somewhat. Oh, fuck, that is a whole team.
Zone B.
I ain't walking to that.
Fire team that fights together, stays together. 2 for 1. Zone C captured. You
My knife doing more work than my guns there.
Zone C lost. Zone B captured. You have advantage.
Heavy ammo's up. We want that.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you do with that. Double down. 3 opponents down. Fantastic work.
Oh, I will take that
Keep the pressure on.
all day. Hunters are typically the knife experts out of the bunch, but yeah, given we've got this much momentum with us, you know, a full 6 because we were a man down a moment ago, we're clean. I'll be off the radar if I can avoid it.
5 minutes remaining. Zone C lost.
This is my warm-up game.
You captured Zone A. Zone advantage is yours.
As the kids would say, fuck your ankles, bitch.
Zone B lost.
Okay, how that killed me is a mystery, but okay. Blueberry lure him to the tether. Too many. Like, it's a winnable match still.
Zone C captured. Zone advantage.
Just need to hold the zones and not give up dumb deaths. That sounds like an enemy's ult though, which is not.
Zone B captured. You have advanced.
Damn it. On one hand, we're top fragging, despite being, you know, a little out of practice. One of them just got.
Zone B lost. Zone A captured. You have zone advantage. Three minutes remaining. Zone A lost.
Where they go? Yeah, they're 2 points off from win here.
Defeat comes
We tried. Okay. That, if you're giving me a C plus on for even a B plus, I'm still gonna have to call some bullshit there. Full results, if I am top, despite the loss, if I am top fragging for the team and pulling off above a 3.0 and I'm getting a B plus, I do feel somewhat robbed. But that kind of gives you an example. Yes, a little, granted, it's a PvP environment, so it's gonna be a little different compared to the mostly PvE you saw in Destiny Rising, but it's a very different pace, and it can be, just given that it's, you know, actual PC and or console game. I will say PC, the directional changes are much more severe than, say, console would be. Particularly, vertical adjustments. Like, vertical play was always one of the higher skill ceiling aspects, even when Destiny was a purely console franchise, but when mouse and keyboard was out of the mix, at least legitimately, not using the stupid Zim Cronus devices there, it took the skill ceiling a lot higher. So you will see, like, yes, there's a lot of sus stuff you'll come across when playing, especially in PvP, but the more so on PC, and there's still plenty of it on console as well. But the overall, so you will meet some folks on M and K, and a lot of controller players can still more than hold their own as well, and will be very high skill ceiling, but the directional changes and tracking you'll get off of, like, your hardcore M&K players is something else. But on that uplifting note, guys, I am probably going to go ahead and call it a night. Going a little over 2 hours now. I tried to keep the stream super long for the midweek one. It may change in the future if we add another one during the week over time, but for now, we're going to stick to our current 2 a week. But it's been a great time checking out Destiny Rising and comparing it a little bit with base Destiny 2 as it plays. We'll be doing more of that, may do more of the gacha stuff on stream in the future, like, as that kind of fleshes out. I did have a commenter much earlier on in the stream who's finished the whole campaign already, says it's actually great. So I am curious to see what the rest of that one holds, but just note, thank you guys so much for joining. I will catch you guys again. We've got our next round of BioShock 2 coming up this Sunday at 8 p.m. And I'm not gonna suggest you hold me to this yet. I'm working on some additional features. We have been able to introduce the new emotes that our subscribers here have had on display this whole stream, that I am very happy with so far. Working a few more of those. And working on streamer.bot to implement, aside from, like, a little more fluid management of the stream, as I've already switched from ATOM to SE Live for the multi-stream outputs, and so far I've been pretty happy with the performance and the quality of life changes, not to mention the multi-activity feed and so on. The streamer.bot's can take me a bit longer, but I'm working on some features like the paper lanterns you see behind me here. And to some extent, I've recently added a little spotlight on the floor behind the plant you see on this side of me, right next to the couch. trying to get to where like you guys can use viewer points to like change the colors of those different features and whatnot through streamer.bot. It's going to take a little bit of finagling. That's going to take a bit of experimentation, but I'm trying to implement some ways where you guys can get more involved in the stream in that sense. One, I'm going to limit to subscribers going forward, and this should be a little easier to do, is in addition to streamer.bot as a comment reader that would actually, in the sort of assume just a consistent robotic voice, read off comments you guys have in chat. That one I'm going to hold off just for subscribers, just because otherwise you invite things that could get us all in trouble in there if something slips through the word filters. But yeah, that's the stuff we have cooking right now. Performance, I think we're doing pretty decent. My highlight has definitely just been hanging out with you guys and discussion and or pictures of cats. And people's children too. We're not sharing that on stream. That's no, that's no, you are not scheming right now. We have one adorable agent of chaos already who has, I believe I mentioned this Sunday, managed to knock over a speaker off the wall. No. We have one cat. If he wants more socialization, we can either put him in a cage match with his cousin, who is the meanest, angry old lady cat on this planet. So is blackjack and hookers, and you keep telling me no to those. Well, at least one of them. That's gonna get me in trouble later. But on that note, guys, you take care of a wonderful night. Join us Sunday night, 8 p.m. for another round of Bioshock 2. Things are heating up in our playthrough. And, yeah, Meryl will back me up. About to have us both in the doghouse. All pet jokes in there. And I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.